Hi everybody, welcome to Clarke TV. We're here at Lake Meyer, beautiful Lake Meyer as you can see. Beautiful grounds, lots of animals, ducks and geese and all sorts of animals.
Remember Mr. Clarke here too.
Yes. And we're here to talk about placement exams, grade 6 placement exams in Jamaica over the years. So welcome Mr. Clarke.
Welcome to you all, Clarke TV family and friends.
Yes, and before we even jump in today, we're going to ask you to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. It's Clarke TV, CLARKE TV.
You remember that?
Yes. All right. So, what exam did you take coming up in Jamaica, like especially in primary school?
You're referring to my age? Remember, say me more than half century.
So your exam.
In my days, as a youth going to school, me that look on things in front of me like common entrance. And if we never, the two main exam were me that I'm familiar with.
For primary school, you're talking?
For primary school, exactly. That be common entrance. I don't know of the system before that.
Okay.
I mean, I have no recollection of it.
Right.
Yeah.
So the common entrance is a placement exam for 6th grade students in Jamaica that would have placed them in their high school of choice, or just place them if they didn't get to go to their high school of choice. But now that has changed.
No, make note of that, America. Remember, said during those times as well, if you wasn't going to like call say extra lesson or extra class, you couldn't afford to take that common entrance.
Well, that was not my experience.
No, you wouldn't have those knowledge because I early stage that. If you never had got extra lesson, extra class, they wouldn't sign you up for the common entrance.
Maybe that was what happened at your school, because at my school I did common entrance too, and you didn't have. I mean, they had extra classes, but I didn't go to any extra class. Right, both my parents were teachers and my mother would help me with my work. So
well, you have some people in our era can testify to that. So you definitely have to go extra lessons.
They did have extra lessons at my school, but I didn't go. All right, so but now we have a different. We still had a different system after the common entrance was revamped. There was GSAT. Do you know anything about GSAT with your children?
Well, me don't learn of GSAT with my kids then, you know. And all those process with my kids especially, they would have to go to extra lesson. I have to have a regular communication and a reasonable relationship with the teachers, you know, to ensure that my children can be able to complete the curriculum, because with a class of 50 children in it, it's difficult
class
for you to complete the teacher for completing the curriculum and
reaching everybody in the class as well, because they're not all on the same level.
During these times, the government of the day during this time did believe that there should not be any extra lesson, you know, because they expect the teachers them. Where may find it extremely difficult.
I think some of them use it as a means to make money, which I'm not against that either. But I just think that was just what it was, because not everybody needed extra class.
Well, that was my experience, because me ending up when it come closer to like all the GSAT, me eventually have to start the like Saturday classes. You know,
you or your children? My
children, me have to carry them to and from Saturday classes, and sometimes on Sundays if the teacher available, because you know even though we don't have the money, we not spare no money to ensure say we make sure say we youth have every opportunity to the best possible education.
Indeed.
So if them say Sunday, or even if them put on a next day, the type of parent where I be, it don't normally ensure that we can support them same way.
Yes, continuing our discussion on the various placement tests that have been implemented in Jamaica over the years in our lifetime. we were talking about the GSAT and Mr. Clarke's experience with his children doing the GSAT. As I was saying before, I think even though many of the schools, the classes are really overcrowded, and there's no way you can reach so many kids who are all different kinds of learners, they're all on different levels. So yes, extra class is necessary for some children, but it's not necessary for all.
So baby, so America, think about it. If you have some parents couldn't afford to send them children to school, you see where they're going to leave behind.
Yes, but my experience in school too is that we used to play so much, and you know, I think there was so much time that was wasted.
Yeah, but if the parents not have the money,
my point is though, time was there to teach the children, but there was, especially with the common entrance and back in primary school, I mean, there was a lot of playing. Thursday and Friday we play all day, play dandy, shandy, baseball,
but that
everything.
don't have to be with the student, them.
No, but I'm saying the need for extra lesson would not have been there if they were maximizing the time that they had.
Well, it would not under the call of the children. It's down there the call of the institute and how they coordinate their programs.
Yes. All right. So moving on. So, Mr. Clarke, so how successful do you think the placement tests have been in Jamaica? Because now they have a new exam called P.E.P. Is it Primary Exit Profile?
I think the placement system in terms of have to do with the educational system with the kids in, I think it's a continuation of the separation of the class and the two Jamaica system. Because give you a joke. If these kids from all these schools does not get a particular average, they are not going to go to the schools that have all the infrastructure, all the resources, and the traditional high school as you done mentioned. Right? So it clearly shows you say is a separation system, right? And in this case, if the children them eventually bright, because you know say some kids born bright, no matter which part they live. Even though some people don't agree with that, but some kids born bright. And these kids will come from certain communities. Once on their address mentioned, enough people don't want these kids to be in their school. Right?
I think that is changing now though.
No, in this time, during these times, you know, baby, with the G, or even now, they have to change them address, use different address in our surrounding school, because what they put in place, they said that the children in the geographical location of the school is going to have the option to go to the school, where they say that in speech, but in reality it is not so, because the principal of the day of this traditional high school, they will not accept the children them unless they come from a particular church background, such as Catholic, you know, and Presbyterian and all this.
So?
Yeah, they use this in certain cases, because I know of couple schools, even on North Street, if you don't have a particular connection in terms of
I think that may be true for some people. I don't think it's the truth for most people, because a lot of these Catholic schools have a lot of children from all over the place.
No, what they do in America, what they do with these things, they put these things in place to continue on the separation and the control of the classism system here in Jamaica.
So if that is the case, then what's the point of the placement test?
No, the placement test is just as what I tell you, it's just a thing where put in place ensure the societal way of how we operate in Jamaica.
So are you saying the traditional high schools are filled with elitist children? They're not. It's not balanced. Is that what you're saying?
If you ask any parents that their children is going to a traditional high school at this point in time that does not come from the geographical location, their average must have to be exceptional.
Yes, but my question is, are you saying that most of the children in these high-performing children are elitist children?
Not most.
Oh.
Not most.
Okay, now you got me there. Okay. All right. So in other words, the placement tests have some effectiveness to it.
Yeah, it have some connection to it.
Okay. Welcome back to Clarke TV, where we're talking about placement tests for grade 6 children in Jamaica over the years, and we are asking you to like, share, and subscribe to our channel, Clarke TV, CLARKE TV on YouTube. Continuing with our discussion, we're going to talk about the P.E.P exam. What exactly is P.E.P, Mr. Clarke?
Well, to be honest with you, the P.E.P is a recent changes in terms of name. We have to do the examination. But what I learned from it, from some of my kids that I coach, there is a process. Like they start from the grade 4, go through the grade 4, do a series of tests, and when them reach grade 5, them do a next series of tests, and them think that when they reach grade 6, them these are the process where them habitats. It's not like a one-off test like one time.
So that means they're following a particular curriculum.
Because what they say in the past, there was most of the children them are come out of grade 6 and them cannot read. So when them start to know, and I think that's a very good move. But that does not take away the mere fact that the issue is going to create in terms of with the placement. Because they also mentioned on one occasion, to my recollection, is that they are going to let some of the bright children them go to some of the non-traditional high school. But I'm telling you, most parents is not in agreement with that.
And you would not be in agreement with that either.
No, I'm not.
If your child worked very hard and chose to go to
a particular school, that is what,
and their profile fits that, and then they send you to Spanish Town Secondary. Hello.
So you see, America, when this result come out soon, or when the results come out, that's why you find most of the people or the parents at the educational institute area that don't have whole harbor for lobby why the children eventually they are at the school, because some of the kids them are 6 or 7 schools them selected for.
Right, and that is not putting down any school either. But some schools are located in violent communities. The children are known to be in gangs. Why would you want your child to go to that particular school? Right? It's not that the teachers are highly qualified.
No, you have a strong point in America.
Why would you want your child to go to a particular school where
that system
they may be exposed to violence?
Because what is my main aim and views where I think about it? I think the schools them that they mention in terms of the geographical location, so the kids they must come from that era. Most of those kids cannot go to that school.
But
right?
if you look at it though, they're not in a particular geographical location, because if you actually live in Jamaica, the children coming from very far, coming to these traditional
but what
high
I'm saying,
schools,
baby, the new
and
system,
some of them, there's not even a neighborhood sometimes around the school, so that's not always true.
What I'm saying to you is that the system is being changed. That where they say in speech from the platform, right, and from highlighting it through the schools, but in reality it's not so.
Leave from places as far as Macon to go to schools in Kingston.
I am in the
Spanish
vicinity.
Town to Kingston, Linstead to Kingston to go to school, so they come from all over.
Yeah, but I am in the vicinity of Eltham Park. Any youth that leave from Eltham Park primary to go to school out of the range of like Eltham High and Spanish Town Comprehensive, their marks must be exceptional. But the majority of those children is going to place at
But that doesn't change the fact that there are exceptional students that go to Eltham High and Spanish Town High and all that.
I am not saying that, but what I'm saying, those kids, 9 out of 10 is going to ending up at Eltham High, whether or not the parents in agreement with it. The children are the kids them were not going to go to that school after exceptional in percentage in their pass marks.
Welcome back to Clarke TV, where we're talking about placement exams in Jamaica over the years, and our focus right now is P.E.P. Mr. Clarke, you want to finish up the discussion on the P.E.P exam? What you know about it?
Well, as I mentioned, so the P.E.P is something where really it have a process, and unlike the normal farmers. From grade 4, I think you are in the gear of the P.E.P, right? And they want to make the best possible way in terms of other placements, right? But in some cases, I think they are going to meet up on a lot of difficulty with dealing with it like that, because the main aim, right? The main aim is to manage not having all of the children them with the selection where they make for the particular traditionalized school. The main aim is to make sure say all of the kids them not get all high school that they want unless their grades are exceptional. Because in Jamaica you have two line of schools. You have the traditional aim high schools and you have the non-traditional high schools. The amazing alma mater will cover some of the schools them where most parents and the children them hear about are the elitists, and them want go in the Costa Cup zone, all of them zone that we have to do with school like some of the top school them are St. Elizabeth and all about. But the main thing where me don't like them able to put cross is to ensure that the children them can place effectively and place properly. But I believe in order for us to get rid of problem like this that they have in now, is to ensure that all the resources, right, all the infrastructures, all the facilities are placed in every single schools.
Right.
If the traditional high school have a all boys association where can on their merit they put in at least 100 million every year to assist them school. The government should not give them the same amount of money where they give to the non-traditional high school.
So you give based off need?
Yeah, because what I find now, you start find some of the traditional high school them start adapt in other high schools, right? Even though that is a good thing, but if the government look upon it keenly, and I cannot come to terms or they are not seeing that.
So you think they should assess each school
On
and
their merit.
allocate money based on if the needs that are there?
Why are you going to give one of the elite or the traditional high school the same amount of money where you don't give to like El Tamai? El Tamai have all the lands. Ozamati have all the lands, all the classrooms. Get the infrastructure, the facilities, the resources, and get the money so it can be able to attract more children for God them schools there.
Okay. Alright, so in the situation where a child maybe was not successful in their P.E.P exam, are they placed still in a school that was not their choice, or are there other options for them to move on to high school or junior high school?
The objective of the government by putting this system of P.E.P in place is to place all children in schools. Mm-hmm. But I know that some of them are not going to place. So you look on school like the junior highs, right? I don't know if they have any more secondary school. I don't think so.
No, they all have been upgraded to high
But I
school.
think them have junior high where some of my children them don't place, and over a period of time them don't do a next entrance test in order for place to that it don't go up to grade 9.
Yeah, so junior high schools go up to
junior
grade
high
9.
are the all-age school. I don't think all the high schools them eradicate them yet.
But the fact is that junior high
all-age
school
school
has the same curriculum as a high school, because junior high is just 7 to 9, and that's what they have.
America, they normally place the children that does not complete the process of the P.E.P and not have good attendance. Most of these children will have serious issues in order to go through the process. They normally place these kids there.
At the junior high school?
Yeah, and those kids getting back together are organized from them parents' perspective. They can be able to transfer them to other school when they reach grade 9.
So when they reach grade 9, what happens?
When they reach grade 9, I think they give them a grade 9 achievement test.
Which would place them in a high school?
Yeah, we then place them in our next high school.
Okay. And oftentimes they're also placed in traditional high schools or non-traditional based on how they do with their exam.
It would be like a P.E.P from a grade 9.
It's a placement test.
Yeah, it's a placement test.
Switching gears a little bit from the placement tests that are available at the different levels in Jamaica. What do you think about the shift system in Jamaica?
I'm a recipient of the shift system school in Jamaica because I used to attend Denhamtown Secondary School.
It's not Denhamtown High School.
Yeah, and those schools move away from the shift system. But I can tell you, for you to really have school in this day and age, and that is shift system, I don't think it do well for the
it's disadvantageous because their counterparts have 8 hours of school when they have 4 or 5.
You know, and having the kids them a go home certain hours.
Especially for the afternoon shift.
I think the government of the day, our previous government, they were getting rid of most of those shift systems. I think a couple schools still have it still, but it's not much. And they're good on their final laps now for
but where would those children be placed though? Because the shift school is basically two schools in one.
No, I think they are going to put certain things in place. They are upgrading some of the schools and to facilitate that. Because that is what they were doing.
Upgrading meaning building more classrooms?
Yeah.
And employing more teachers?
To get rid of the shift system. You know, but I don't see the shift system is not really something I'm not into it.
It works if you have support from the home, and this is where extra classes come in now, because normally for the shift school, if you're on the morning shift, after school, after your shift ends, you're able to stay over and do your assignments or catch up on your SBAs, and those who are on the afternoon shift would come in earlier because they can't stay after 5 because after 5 is late. But they do that.
Yeah. But you see, with our environment, with the single parenting and these things, it shows from an evidence standpoint, so it's not something that work out well, right? And I'm in agreement with the governments in order to get rid of those type of systems, and they should easily get rid of the fuel leave back. So the children them can go to school from 7 until 2:30 and all these things.
Okay. So Mr. Clarke, having said all that was discussed, what are your recommendations?
I think for my recommendation to the minister with a pair of ears, or if you choose to listen to this podcast or this video that we're doing today, is don't put emphasis on the system of placement at this point in time as a priority. Make the emphasis placed on the resources in the schools, the infrastructure in the schools,
which will improve literacy and numeracy.
Yeah, in the surrounding area, and put out, if you have issues with the completion of grade 6 and the children them is not doing well in reading and these things, prioritize the support system for the early childhood institute. Get those people together, structure the thing properly, right? Make sure that all the schools them have all the resources. We have to deal with the benefit and the development of our people, right? So we can be able to be stronger as a nation, right? So we can be able to manage and dealing with issues much better than how we are doing it now, right? Because look at our surrounding with violence. It stems from the negativity and the inability of the people to think on their own in order to ensure or make sure that they don't take part in certain things that is not in their best interest, and them surrounded and them family and them community interests. You know, so I leave you with that, people, and just remember to subscribe to Clarke TV, and have a wonderful evening.
Well said.
Blessed love.